Alright, so I just wanted to kind of debrief and go over my experience today from a spiritual perspective. First, a couple lessons that I've learned is to listen. Listen, sometimes Yahweh will use other people to deliver messages to you. And it may be because you just need confirmation. You need to hear it from an outside source. You may have already got it and applied it, but you may have needed confirmation just to strengthen you, to strengthen your footing in battle so you can really be sure. It may be because you're not listening. They've tried to talk to you, they've tried to show you several different things, and you've been connected completely to ego and haven't been listening to what they told you. So they'll use people to tell you or deliver that message. And normally it's people who you have some sort of spiritual bond or spiritual tie to, someone that you can trust and they know that you'll be able to receive that message from them. So when you hear it, and this is how you know it's true, and this for me, this is how I know it's true when I receive it. The first thing that ego does is get angry. Ego knows that everything that is receiving from this person is true in some way or another. And it may not be exactly how it was delivered. There's always an underlying message or underlying thing, something that you need to learn. So it may not be exactly what the person says, but they'll be really close, too close, you know what I mean, to be discounted. And the first thing ego does is get mad. It finds something to get angry about, whether it's the delivery or whether that ain't me all the way, or just, just upset that the person even said anything. That's what ego does. And so if you get angry, then you already know that your spirit is convicted. When the spirit is convicted, or when your ego is convicted, you get angry. So just keep that in your mind. So you're going to get angry. It happens every time. But learn how to be able to extract the message even in your state of anger. And so also a couple other things that I just wanted to hit on, because the spirit has just been really heavy on my heart, talking about these spiritual ties that we have, and being cautious of the people that we allow to enter into our cipher, into our life, because we are a reflection of the people in our circle. And so it's important that you are conscious of the type of people that you are associating yourselves with, because spirits do jump. They jump from person to person and they travel. Some of them are sexually transmitted. One of my sisters with Beauty Behind Bars can talk to you. Tiffany Harden could really talk to you about how spirits are sexually transmitted. But based on the partners that we are sleeping with, these spirits are attaching themselves to us and to our families. And so that's why, as a woman, it's really important to keep our womb sacred. Very important to be cautious of the people that you allow, or the entities that you allow to enter into your womb. That is your sacred creating space. That is your birthright as a creative being, to be able to create life. You don't just birth children into this world. You birth and manifest different things in different people's lives. You are a seed planter. And so it's important that you keep that connection to the Most High clear. It is very important. So when your body is polluted with a whole lot of demonic energy or lower vibrational frequencies, then it's harder for you to hear. It's like essentially being in the middle of a football stadium while the game is going on. You're hearing noise from everywhere. There's a lot of different sensory things going on. You're smelling stuff, you're seeing stuff, and it's just a lot going on. So you really can't hear yourself think. So when you have a infestation or a demonic infestation, it seems like your mind is cluttered and it's hard to really just hear Yahweh speak to you. And so one of the first things that it's important that I do for myself is to disconnect. Disconnect from everybody and everything. Disconnect from the television. Disconnect from the cell phone. Disconnect from the internet. Disconnect from the people in your life. Good people and bad people. Because in this season, the only thing that needs to remain is you and God or Yahweh. Those are the only things that need to remain, because this is a time where you build that relationship and you can really see what is going on from a clear space. Change your diet up. Start fasting, removing things from your body. Remove the sugars, remove the toxic substances, the pharmaceutical drugs. Remove if you can, remove the meat. Remove the junk food, the chips and the pops and the candies. Remove all of that from your body. You want to put your body at a state of zero alkalinity. That means you want to be at an alkalized state, is what I meant. So spiritually, we know we're at warfare. The warfare is more than just a spiritual battle. It's a mind, it's a body, and a spirit. And so you want all of them to be in alignment so that you can clear that clutter that is going on in your head, so that you can really hear what God has to tell you or wants to show you. Right? So you can see what the next move is, or the next 10 moves are. So you can see the picture and it won't be fuzzy and it won't be cluttered. So, y'all, we don't have any more time. Playtime is up. Not standing on your word time is up. Not living in your purpose time is up. Jumping back and forth over the fence time is over. Right now, we have stepped completely over into a new age. And in this age, God's kingdom, or Yahweh's kingdom, will be made manifested in this physical realm. So what that means is, in this season, the kingdom of God will be on this earth. This is the season for that. Now that this is the age for that. And so what we are doing is we are the forerunners. We are building this great nation of God. We are building it. It doesn't look like it used to. It's changed up a lot because we have evolved so much. So in this season, it is very important that everyone who is called to do something, everyone who has that divine calling, who knows like they know that they are supposed to be being on the front line, you have got to get up. And it's okay. You're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes, but you don't ever truly fail unless you don't try at all. You have got to keep on going. Like Aaliyah said, if at first you don't succeed, then dust yourself off and try again. You just keep getting up and keep getting up and keep getting up, because it's about consistency over time. Consistency over time, that is going to yield results. Consistency over time, because if you consistently make good choices, make right choices, make righteous choices, surround yourself around people that are righteous, people who see things the way that you see things, who can take you even to a higher level, then that is going to be your reality. Because consistency over time, that's it. But if you're consistently hanging around lower vibrational beings, if you're consistently giving in to your desires, if you are consistently not living in your purpose, then that is what you are going to give birth to. Because remember, we are all just planting seeds. We're planting seeds in our lives, and we're planting seeds in other people's lives as well. So be very, very cautious and pay close attention and be intentional about the seeds that you are planting. And just another thing on a side note, to all my brothers and my sisters out there with divine gifts, thank you. Thank you so much for using your gifts for the upliftment of fallen humanity. Thank you so much. You are a great service to us. And really, because giving people the ability to be able to see or to hear or to know or to be able to convict their spirits or to even be able to reveal things to them to give confirmation is a great gift. But it is a huge responsibility. Great gifts come with a huge responsibility, and it is important that we use them wisely, because we even had gifts when we were not aligned properly. We've always had that gift from birth. Now, when you're not aligned properly and you're not using it correctly, it doesn't function at its optimum potential, but you've always had the gift. So just be very mindful about using your gift. Be intentional about using your gift. And when you do it, make sure you are always doing it from a space of love. Open up your heart space. Make sure you're vibrating at that highest frequency of love whenever you are delivering these messages or you are convicting someone. Make sure that you are using your gift in love. Because after all, this is not about you as the individual. This is about the collective you, the us, the we. We are one body, one great nation, coming together to build up a strong nation in the name of Yahweh on this earth. To unite his people from all over this world for that one cause, and that's to bring more love in this planet, more nurturing, more kindness, more respect in this planet. And we can only do that when we are being love, when we are operating from our heart space, when we are vibrating at that highest frequency of love, because energy is infectious. Energy is infectious. We pass from one person to another. If I come in a room and I am happy and I am overjoyed, people just automatically are happy and they're overjoyed. If I go in a room and I'm mad and I'm upset and I got an attitude, then subsequently the energy in that room will start to change, and different things will start creating drama, and people will be mad and upset. So be very mindful about what we're putting out in our energetically. Be very intentional about the energy that you are giving off. And as we do that, we're going to awaken ourselves to a higher level of consciousness, but we're also going to awaken other people. And that is how we are going to align for that great nation of Yahweh. And also, one last thing. Learn to respect and accept people for who they are, where they are. You don't have to agree. You don't have to have the same system of beliefs. The only thing that matters is faith expressing itself through love. So the only thing that really matters is how you all love each other and how much faith you have in Yahweh and his plan that he's shown you for your life and for the life of the people. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim or if you're Moorish or if you're a Christian or if you're a Hindu, whatever your system of beliefs in, you do that and you be the very best Hindu you can be, or be the very best Muslim that you can possibly be. Make sure you follow that Quran all the way to the T. Make sure you follow that Bible to the T. For real Christians, and you do what God told you you're supposed to do. You be the very best that religion has to offer if that is the path that you choose. And then learn to accept and respect people for who they are, where they are. Have conversations with people without trying to convert them over to your system of beliefs. This whole my way is the right way and there is no other way ideology must die. That is stagnant energy. You cannot grow with the my way is the only way. You can't grow if you're always only doing things that you think that you're supposed to do, or doing things your way, and not taking the opportunity to even hear people out and learn what their life is like and what their system of beliefs is like. You don't have to believe it. You aren't that weak, are you? To where somebody tells you something, the next thing you know, you're swept off in a cult. No, you're not. Your faith is not that weak. And if you have faith in what God has shown you and what religion you're supposed to be a part of, if you have faith, then you can go and study with anybody and you're still going to come back knowing what you know to be divinely true. So open up your heart. Learn something new. Talk to somebody that's a little bit different and have a conversation with them without seeking to convert them over to your system of beliefs. All right, I'm done for tonight. You all have a beautiful night. I love you all so much. Remember to vibrate at the highest frequency of love. Mwah.